Hi and welcome to episode 52 of the Smiling Entrepreneurs show on YouTube and podcast. So I'm on my own again today. I'm afraid Lee is still unwell and is unable to join me, but I do hope he'll be joining us again soon. We are talking today to Youssef from iboothme, which is a photo booth company that has really successfully transitioned from physical events to virtual events and is offering lots of virtual event services and lots of virtual engagement services, which is the key difference between trying to just throw what you already do online, no matter what kind of business you do, and really engaging with your customers. So I wanted to speak to Youssef today because as our listeners and viewers know, we have a photo booth business, a photo booth franchise business, and the world of events has very much been on pause because of COVID-19. And it is now on pause again, especially in the UK, because we've gone back into another lockdown. So we need to be embracing new technologies and the new way of doing things. And lots of people kind of think that, oh, well, I won't be doing all that virtual stuff and I won't take my business online or whatever because the world's going to come back round again soon. And that's not necessarily the case. The world has changed and it's changing. And I think for the better. This is a difficult time. We are in what Youssef refers to as chaos at the moment, but we will be rebuilding a better and stronger future. And I think a big part of that is going to be virtual events and virtual solutions in all walks of business, all walks of life. We're taking more and more things virtual, and yes, physical events and physical activities and everything physical will come back. We need this physical engagement with one another, but there is a new word out there, the hybrid, and that is very much like a combination of the two, which is brilliant because you have that physical event, that actual happening, but you can reach so many more people by taking it virtual at the same time. So it's a topic that I think is very exciting. I think Youssef is doing brilliantly, embracing that and changing the way that his whole business works and really kind of leading the way for photo booth businesses primarily, but for also events businesses in whole, or anyone with a business that needs to move from the physical to the virtual, and embrace the new way of operating. So I hope you enjoy today's episode, and now let's bring in Youssef.
So hi Youssef, how are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for joining us. And so for our listeners, you are from iboothme, which is originally a photo booth company that was doing physical events, but you very much kind of transitioned to offering virtual events, which is obviously a lot of what we want to kind of cover today. So first of all, how did you get started in the world of events at the beginning, before the pandemic came along?
Yeah, it was in 2009. I was like sitting having a coffee in a mall in Dubai, and I saw near a shopping center, inside the shopping center, there were like a stand trying to promote, I guess it was like kind of a shampoo or something like that, and I was sitting there watching how people are interacting with the stand, and they were getting the data in a piece of paper, and they were giving flyers. And near the stand, there were like a garbage bin, and the garbage bin was full of flyers of goods. And I found it very funny. Why I found it funny? Because the promoters, they know that it's going to the garbage, but they had to do it. So something is wrong there,
Yeah.
Plus, if they have to write back the data into an Excel file, they might do mistakes. So the email is nil, And in 2009, at the same time, if you remember, this is where photo booth trend started, 2008-9. Before it was okay, but then we saw a lot of interest about a photo booth, and I said to myself, hey buddy, why don't you link both? Brands have an issue there, is to interact with people and collect correct database. Why don't you do a photo booth business for brands? If you remember, in 2009, it was just grab your props, take your prints, go home, or share it by email, GIF, Boomerang. That's it. It was just about fun, but not about marketing for brands. But I saw what's available online, and it was just about fun. So I have meditated about this, which kind of service I can provide to brands. So I will tell you how this what is our philosophy. Our philosophy, which is like translated today, let the brands follow the trend. So this is our key line, and our work is to impress people by technology in order to open their hearts, deliver the marketing message of the brands, and analyze the results after the events. And so we were doing this internally. So we have a big team of developers, and we have built many machines. We have supported the best brands, and we work in a way which is like like imagine we work with Coca-Cola. They work with us in a repetition. Why? Because we don't say to Coca-Cola, we have a photo booth or we have a 360 or whatsoever. We go to Coca-Cola and we tell them, guys, what is your sales and marketing issues? Because photo booth owners who are working with brands, they have to understand that their problem was to approach people. But now it's not the case.
No.
So they don't need you, they don't need us anymore, because we can approach them. So now here we need to think how we can solve brands issues through technologies. And this is why virtual is there. But again, there is a problem with virtual that people are not seeing. So I would like to explain. It's the exact same problem that when I was having my coffee in 2009, like I mean, there is no sense of what's happening. What I would like to tell to your listeners is that virtual photo booth is great, but this is not what brands need.
Right.
Brands needs virtual engagement, and because can I give you, if you please, one image, if possible? So just
yeah, of course.
So I would like you to imagine internet as a new country in the world, okay, and users as a population.
Okay.
And this country right now is getting so famous that everyone wants to go inside this country and get the passport to be there. Okay, so I want you to imagine all the population driving on a highway, and brands, as they cannot reach them physically, they want to reach them digitally. So what they do, they advertise online through YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. So all those users, while they drive, they are disturbed by all those advertising, right? But the real question here, a virtual photo booth won't solve the problem, right? It's a part. It can, a little bit. But the real questions, the meditation that we have to ask ourselves here is how to engage with those drivers for them to park and listen to the brands.
Yes.
And we need to impress them enough for them to stop the car. You got my point? So this is the image. So that I want to show. And people, they are scared about it because they don't know. And if you ask anyone,
so how do these brands get them to stop the car? So the virtual photo booth is a part of it, but what else? What is the whole kind of package there?
I will give you an example. You know, here I'm not talking about let's do $1,000 event or let's have a $300 event. Now I will give you an example of $15,000 project. Okay, because this is what we want to do, right? We want to do money. So what's happened there? Which example I will give you? I will give you the event that I have done yesterday. Okay.
Okay.
It's for I will not say the name of the brand. I don't know if I'm allowed, but it's a very famous cream brand, and they have built a huge island outdoor, a fake island outdoor, and they have cream that they want to propose to people. But before, they were putting a photo booth for influencers to take photo, but now we cannot do. So I didn't came to them to tell them, hey guys, I have a virtual photo booth, come take it now. No, I said to myself, Youssef, how I can engage with them and that makes sense for the client and for the users. So what we have done, I will give you the journey. The user will, before entering in the stand, he will find the QR codes. He will scan it with his phone.
Okay.
Video will welcome him, and advertising of the brand will play. And then an interactive map will open and will show him that in the island, there is 6 different points that he needs to visit in order to make, you got my point? To visit all the islands. So the first point he scanned, and it was a video advertising about the product, and then boom, we put a quiz there after the video advertising. The second one, it was a boomerang opportunity where he can choose filters, he can choose his music, you know, boom. And if he doesn't do the first step, the second step cannot be locked, is still unlocked. The third step, it's a game. So on until the last step. And the last step, what is the last step? It's like the final step, which is to activate the lottery machine to see if he's the winner of $1,000 or something like this of cream.
Okay.
They paid for that. And why? Because it makes sense.
Yes.
So this
was all on the phone. This was all on the phone, right?
No application to install. And this is where I'm stressing myself to tell everyone, guys, it's engagement. It's not for Photobooth. But people, you know what they reply to me? But Youssef, it's okay, man. You look cool while you talk, but we don't have developers yet, like you. How we can do this kind of things, you know? This is what they are telling me, yeah. This is the problem that they have. But for sure, I have a solution for them for this kind of thing. Like, you know, if for like this scenario that I gave you, if they're inside our membership, they pay something like $500, and they can sell it for $10,000 because because this is our strategy to help people to convert from to digital agencies, because agencies that they don't know how to help brands, they don't have the technology to do it, and they don't know how to do it. So so they call people like us to solve their clients' problem.
Okay, so that I would consider what you just described as a hybrid event, because even though that was all on somebody's phone, they were still physically at a property. What about a 100% virtual event? So if somebody's doing a virtual conference or something, and they engage your services to help engage the audience more, what kind of things would you be able to offer in that situation?
Again, every time is specific to the client. For example, there is a client in France. We're doing an event with them. They want to create the avatar of each participant before the event, and have a search bar, because there are around 300 people. So, for example, they will search for Kate while they take a photo. For example, they will search for my friend Kate, and they will see your avatar, and you can put it together. Now you can have a group photo. Now you have a Zoom. We can allocate a screen, for example, for a leaderboard, and the speaker can say, okay, guys, this is QR code, scan it, there's a game. So they can play with the game, and we can see live the scores in Zoom while we're talking together. Taking this scenario, we can also propose, while they're taking photo, while they're playing, there is another box, which is vote for the best question. So while, okay, guys, for next session, we have all those questions. Scan it and please vote. Which subject would you like us to talk next week? So this is the kind of reflection that we need to have away from the simple photo. Because
so you're engaging people.
The market is huge, and agencies, they start to understand the value of virtual engagement, but it's something still, because if you notice the evolution. When I started, it was in March. It was 1 month after the Corona. I saw it. And when I was talking to people, they were calling me a scam. I'm trying to take their money during that pandemic while everyone is losing, because I am playing with fears. These people, that's why they were scared. But now, as there is in the UK, for example, the second leg down, they start to be scared because they say, oh my God. And after scared, there is the acceptation of the technology because we're going in a transition there. But people, what I want to tell people is please accept those changes because this is how it's going to be and you're going to hurt yourself. And if you have some people who say it's going to be like normal, I'm laughing because normal is gone. There's no normal anymore.
Yes.
And you know, as a business owner, this is my grandpa who taught me this because he was a person who was working, putting trees and fruit and this kind of things. He told me, Youssef, life, you have to adapt on daily basis. We shouldn't be stubborn and say, okay, I was making millions like that and it will be like this. No, you have to adapt. Many businesses, big companies like Amazon, like I don't know, they started something somewhere. Google, they started in the garage doing things and then something happened, then they diversify. You know, all brands they have to they diversify. Many brands that diversify, so they need to accept those changes. But I think that now they will start to understand and accept, hopefully. Yeah.
So with the you mentioned agencies, is that where a lot of your work kind of comes from rather than the brands themselves? Do they still tend to use agencies?
See, you have for virtual photo booth and virtual engagement, okay? I would like to talk a little bit about B2C, little bit, okay? B2C, birthday parties, this kind of things, you can make money. You can make money. But the butter is with brands because there is personalization. And when there's personalization, there is more meat, you know? And in order to enter inside that market, the final target is the brand. And the second target are agencies who are supporting the brand. So in the end is the brand. And as I told you, birthday and this kind of things, it will just give you some dollars left and right, you know? Because see, can I be very honest with you?
Of course.
Virtual photo booth doesn't make sense for birthday and weddings. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, if I have a wedding, I mean, I'm going to get married, I would prefer a photo booth or a physical one or a photographer. I will not, I mean, doesn't make sense. So it makes sense for the brand. Why? Because you reach more people.
Yes.
This is why it makes sense. So that's why I always try to develop these things that make sense. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of the time you are working with agencies. Have you seen a drop in agencies since the pandemic? Because there's less requirement for them.
Man, you see, again, the same problem. I had an agency who are working with us regularly, and they were crying. In a way, Youssef, we're going to lose Nissan, and they will recognize themselves if they listen to this. And Nissan has a big budget every year with us, and now they launched the new car, the new Sunny. Oh, and I don't know what to do. And no. Hey, buddy, calm down. Let's see. And we have proposed them a solution in order to do the car launch virtually and hybrid, and they got the project. So the idea, I can tell you more if you're interested about what we have done for how we have helped agency there if you're interested about it. But what I'm trying to say is that agencies, they don't have yet in their brain the way to think about how to solve challenges virtually and hybrid. So this is where there'll be a part of the job of the people who would like to enter inside the market. It's a reflection work, and it's a creative work to solve their client, because agency, they will look so happy near the brand with that solution. They will say it's coming from them. This is what is missing with brands, with agencies. Sorry, it's the trust into that. They don't know what to do. They don't know, so they're scared. So that, and I think the evolution of agency will change also. I guess that brands that will need less and less agency, and they will enter directly into the source. Why would you like to? Because to save money. The brand is just a bridge, you know, just to put contacts. Agencies are here just to put, like, to prepare everything and prepare a campaign. But brands, they can do it internally. They can hire someone who will organize everything for them, and he will contact you. Google is there. Yeah, to help.
So how would you suggest that small events businesses reinvent themselves? Obviously, they need to be looking online more and embracing the virtual. So how would you suggest that they start to kind of pivot when they've not got these brands and these customers to start with? How do they go out there and get that?
So first of all, what I want to see for Photobooth owners, it's a terrible period time that we're facing, but the Photobooth market is not done. It's not dead. It will not die, right? But it's like the strongest will stay. It will start back, right? But when it will start back, it will be not starting back like before, because now brands and users, they have some interest online. Means that your market, I don't know how many percent it will be, but maybe it will be 50 physical, 50 virtual. But in the end, what I'm sure, 100% is going to be hybrid, 100%, you know? But if you are, for example, used to do birthday and used to do like birthday party and this kind of things, and you have a wall in front of you, the first thing that I would like to suggest is to rethink where they want to go. Do they have money enough to wait 1 more year? Because, you know, the pending is still here. So can they afford to stay 1 more year? I guess it will be a little bit difficult to wait 1 more year. So then they need to start to educate themselves. This is why, first of all, why they need to educate themselves about the potential of virtual engagement for brands, because they will need to educate agencies. So we are now in a period of time which is, I don't like in sales, but it's like the educational time. You need to teach people, you know. Yeah. And but the beauty of this, as I told you in the beginning, we are in a chaos now, okay, and then everything is destroyed, so it's time to rebuild everything again, which is very beautiful. And you know what I used to do with all my my clients who join, you know, 90% of my clients, they are birthday parties, photo booth owners, and you know, I help them to get this transition to work B2B. What we do, we give them all our first of all, I personally talk to them like 2 hours if they want in the row, for them to understand where they're going, right? Then I give them my entire marketing materials, so they can without thinking how to plan for the website, I give them the opportunity to have an action straight away. I give them the brochure and everything, and we open a WhatsApp group together, so there is a reflection on daily basis together. And most importantly, I help them to get their first business. I go to a meeting with them. I act as I'm the developer, and as I say, if you help the striker to score the first goal, that's it. Then they will do it alone, and they will understand. So it's not something such, okay, come with us, buy this kind of things. No, there is literally, how I can say, a follow-up until they arrive. Why? I will tell you why. Why? Because as I'm telling you, I always like to do things that make sense. Why? Because my goal here is to create an agency that will always call me to propose me to personalize things, and they will make me money.
Yes.
They will pay $500. They will sell it $10,000. Next week, they will pay $600. They will sell it $7,000. So this is our business model and spirit. Try to let the customization extremely affordable for the new agency to have the power of customization. And this is what is missing in the market.
Yes, and I've seen that a lot in the events market at the moment. Lots of people kind of coming together and collaborating. Would you agree that from this chaos, as you describe it, that people are kind of more open to working together and finding solutions together and collaborating?
Yeah, we are collaborating with a lot of, you know, a lot of my competitors. They are my clients. And we are helping each other, and you know, I think, like, what we're facing now in the world, this pandemic, also in the human part, you know, we have to help each other, because the only way to survive this pandemic, it's not like to put ourselves isolated. No, we have, because it's going to be hard day after day. So we have to help each other, even if we think this is your competitor. But if your competitor is dead, you will be dead. So you need to take care about them, because they in a way they're part of your family.
Yes.
Because we can say we're the family of, we are Photobooth family, because this is how we are bringing our butter and bread the same.
Yeah.
So this is why I take all my time to explain. I get all my time to you know, sometimes what I does, I even give them free for the first campaign is free. Before paying the subscription, I will have to get the business.
Mm-hmm.
So because I want things to move for them. So this is what we do. So so what we can provide them, for example, I don't know, 2 weeks free, and we can support them there, and until they get the first business, they will pay me happily, you know.
Yes.
So yeah,
absolutely. So it sounds very creative what you do as well. Is that you know, a big part of it for you, like your own personal enjoyment, that you get to kind of create these solutions and different things for different people?
it is, you know, the idea of the island that we spoke in the beginning. It was something I had when I was walking on the street in Paris. I said, why not doing this? And you know, and when you see all this creativity in real, it makes me so exciting. I mean, it makes me so, I mean, for me, I like to draw. I like to solve problems. I like beauty. I'm a peaceful person. I like love. I like beautiful things to happen, you know, and I like to make beautiful things happen from nowhere. And this make me, for me, it will leave a mark of my name somewhere. And one day my daughter, she can see, oh, my dad did this. I'm proud of him, man. You know, I'm trying to leave some legacy there. I'm trying to be creative as much as I can. I'm trying to help something to move forward.
Yeah.
Be part of something, you know. And I'm, you know, the work, you know, just I want to give you one example. The now, as we are doing virtual, physical are coming, and my employees, they're telling Yusuf, we don't want to go to be physical anymore. We want to stay virtual, you know. And what is funny is I had a client in Dubai. It was for a cinema lunch of a movie. So we sold her. We told her, she told me, Yusuf, I want the photo booth. I said, okay, no worry about it. The photo booth, I guess I charged her $1,700, something like this. And then I told her, you know what? By the way, I have a virtual photo booth. Look what I can do. And I sold it for $2,100. I told her, which one you want? Guess what?
The virtual.
She took virtual. So she placed a big backdrop with the QR code. And can you imagine the profit for me? There's no transport. There's no promoters. There's no branding.
Yeah.
So it's pure cash. And this is why I want to say to the people, you will win, because if you adapt now, you will win in the future. So don't take your time to wait for things to be like normal. For your photo booth business will start back one day, but no one knows when. And you cannot afford to wait like this. And we have all to survive in the end. So and this virtual approach, at the beginning, I thought that it will help us to pay salaries, but now we are making profits.
Yeah.
And now I hire more developers, and now my clients are getting more and more and more business. I will not give names, but we have been doing events. I cannot give the names, but with sensitive companies around the world, so much sensitive that they have been stressing our server by sending 60,000 requests per second to try to crack it. This kind, this kind of big companies we have been working around the world. We were doing campaigns. You know, in 6 months, 7 months, we have done with our partner 2,000 more than 2,500 events. We have collected 225,000 emails.
Wow.
I don't know if you imagine the number. It's bigger than the city, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This key, just want to return to the word hybrid. So some people listening may think, oh, well, I don't want to go down the virtual road because I've got to learn all this new stuff and then the world's going to come back normal again. But it's, as you've said, the virtual's there to stay, even though the physical will come back, because there's this kind of combination of the two. So explain a little bit how you see that combination of the two, if the world comes back to normal, if that makes sense.
They have to be the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you an example, because there is two worlds. There's the virtual and there's the physical world. And in between, there's no link. And the hybrid is the link between both. Mm-hmm. I will give you a concrete example. I had the client one day, he told me, Youssef, it was before the pandemic, I want to bring Instagrammers into my shop.
Okay.
As a photo booth owners, it's difficult to enter that. Mm-hmm. If you have a physical photo booth, how you can bring people there, it's difficult. So what we have done, I have built a physical transparent gift box. It's like a box, transparent, where you can place an item inside, and there is an iPad with like code numbers. So the idea is we created a virtual experience where people on Instagram, I mean, the brand, they targeted people on Instagram, like women between this and that, living in that city. And in the story, there'll be win 1 year of makeup, something like this. So people, they swipe up, and when they swipe up, it will open the browser, right? So the virtual experience. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then it will, and then it was like some quiz to answer about, it was for Galerie Lafayette. So they were answering some quiz. And when they answer the quiz, they enter the name, email, and data. And instantly, they receive an SMS with a code, like 2222, for example. So, and it's saying that if you would like to see if you are the winner of 1 year cream whatsoever, please visit the shop to unlock the gift box. So they go there physically, and they tack. If the door is open, they get the gift. If not, 10% discount. So in that spirit, in that, and you know, they have. And this is how they drove a lot of footfall in their shop, and they were so happy. That's why. So they're using the resources of virtual to feel the population, to feel physical population inside the shop. And you know, I have many examples. For example, you can place your photo booth. Example, in a physical event, people, they take their photo and whatsoever, and then suddenly there is a QR code that appear in the photo booth. The guest that will scan it, and here we can open multiple experience. It can be after the photo, you scan it to see if you are the winner of the car. You can see it live, or it can be a game, or it can be information. You got my point? But the gift box for me is the perfect example. The gift box, you know, it's how But there is multiple. Hybrid is again also a way of thinking about innovation, about you know, it's really a reflection of hybrid. Each event, each brand problem, we can find a hybrid solution. And you know, me, if you give me a problem, I can find you a solution. But I need a concrete problem to see how we can solve it. Yes.
So what's the future for you at the moment in iboothme?
For us, well, I am very blessed that we had this click to turn to virtual 1 month before the COVID. So we have prepared a very nice coding strong thing. We have a strong vision, and iboothme in 2021 is ready to conquer the world. We're ready to move things. We're ready to move. We're ready to attack. I mean, in a nice way, our coding, to improve it, just to giggle the competition. We're in international. So we're going to. We aim to be the leader, and this is where we're going to be in virtual and physical. So you know, we have been in business since 11 years. And we have a huge experience in coding since 11 years. So now I think it's time to support our photo booth family around the world.
Yeah, good to hear.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Well, thank you ever so much for coming on the podcast. It's really interesting to hear some of your ideas. I completely agree. I think that the world is going to be full of hybrid events and hybrid activity, and all the better, really. You know, that's the kind of silver lining of the pandemic, that you know, things are changing for the better. People are moving more online, making things easier and more engaging. But it is a challenge. But I think, as you say, those that are up for the challenge will prosper.
Yes. Can I give you just one last image? Because I like to give image.
Yeah.
What we're living now, it's exactly what a woman is living when she delivers a baby. It's really painful, but in the end, there's a beautiful baby. So expect a beautiful baby in your life, guys.
I like the analogy. Well, thank you for coming on the show, and we'll well, where can people find you, just so my listeners?
There is iboothme.app. If they want to try the virtual booth, they can try it there. But as I told you in the beginning, they need to pass in educational phase, and this is why our YouTube channel, they have, just to type iboothme, iboothme. I have 198 videos about activations, physical, virtual, hybrid. Go there, inspire yourself, steal my ideas, just move on.
Okay, that's good advice. So you heard it here. Go steal Yusuf's ideas on the YouTube channel.
You have my green light.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Kate.
We'll speak soon.
Bye. See you.